Alright, guys, welcome to another live stream video. This is going to be me reviewing the latest season of the challenge. Just the challenge, Double Agents. And it was an okay season. It was my first ever season of the challenge. And I've heard of the challenge before this. But I started watching it this year, so for the season. So, anyways, let's begin. We have a page here. So let's go. We're gonna go through the season episode by episode, and we'll see what we have. So let's talk about the first episode, which is episode 0. Wait, hold on. About the first episode. Anyways, let's talk about the first episode, which is episode 0, which is kind of us just introducing the it's literally just the introduction of all the players, all the rookies, and all the players. We have the first daily comp, and we have the first challenge of the episode, or the challenge, the daily challenge of the episode, which is decryption. I think that's what it's called. I have no idea. Decryption. Female. So the winner of that challenge was Lisa. And we get the introduction that everyone will be teamed up in pairs, and Anissa chooses to team with Bessie. So, yeah, and we got a very interesting section where CT actually wants to team with Ashley over someone like Cam. And I mean, honestly, why would you do that? It's the beginning of the game. And I know CT is this massive player. And we'll actually talk about him a lot later on as the review continues. So, anyways, so we didn't get to the deliberation. After deliberation, that everyone seems to vote for. Most of the House votes for Ashley and CT. And to go into the crater. And we do see a Natalie and Wes get sent in by Anissa and Fessy. And it is a female's elimination, and it is fire escape. And Natalie beats Ashley, and we'll talk about Natalie a little bit later on. But we'll also talk about Ashley a little bit later on as well. So yeah, Ashley was okay. At this point, I had no idea who she was, and I'm with her leaving here, but we'll talk about her later. Now for episode number 2, I guess, where we have the mission Ice Spy, and Anissa and Fessy end up winning. And we do actually get a scene where Big T actually wants to send in Joseph, and that's what happens. Big T and Joseph both get sent in to the crater, and there you go. That was fun. I'm looking on the Wikipedia here. We have some interesting things. So, anyways, Joseph. The other person who goes in is Kyle, I think. Hold on. Having some problems. Yeah. Yeah. Kyle Nani gets sent in, and Kyle wins and gets his gold skull. And yeah, let's talk about Joseph. I was sad about him going here, but he literally barely did anything. You know, he came from America's Got Talent, which I was okay with him coming from America's Got Talent because you know what? I love America's Got Talent. Simon Cowell on that show, Howie Mandel's on that show. I was okay. I was okay with him coming from that show. It was different, kind of new blood. We never seen anyone come from like a singing competition. So, but I think Joseph's definitely going to be a one-time player. But now let's talk about the next episode number 3, where we have a challenge called Roadkill, which is the date. And the double agents become Casey and Leroy. But let's talk. We have an unfortunate boot here of Nicole because she actually injures herself in the daily and is voted out. And Nicole, I had no idea who she was. I honestly had zero clue who she was, so I guess I was okay with her going here. But then now let's talk about the rest of the episode, which was okay. I mean, we have Casey and Leroy as the double agents, and and Devin and Nicole actually Devin is voted in by the House. And Natalie and Wes are sent into the crater. Wes goes up against Devin, and Wes loses. So Devin earned his skull. Good on Devin. And let's talk about Wes. Obviously, he was kind of bummed because he was teamed with Natalie. But honestly, I was okay with Wes going here. I knew he was kind of a beat. He's one of those, like along with CT. I felt like those are like kind of like the two big OGs from the past. Obviously, they're way more like like Leroy and Anissa and Darrell are OGs. Obviously, Darrell and Anissa are top stars. I'll talk about All Stars a little bit later on, though. Now let's move on to the next episode, where unfortunately we do see an elimination. The elimination of Liv, because she got injured in the past daily challenge, and unfortunately she couldn't continue. And I was very sad. I was like, I didn't really know who she was, but like, kind of liked her through press interviews, so I was okay with her going here. But now we get a very interesting episode where we have the daily comp is called Drum Control, and Devin and Tori win, and the whole house votes in Amber and Nelson, and the winners actually send in Anissa and Fessy, and this blows up the bloody house, guys. I mean, oh my god, this Corey got real mad about this one. Oh my god. So yeah, this was okay. Anyways, I really enjoyed this one, and it was Hall Brawl for the elimination challenge, and Fessy wins. Nelson goes home, and let's talk about Nelson. He was fine. I never really knew who he was because this is my first ever season of the challenge, and so I was okay with him going here because I have no idea who he was. So I had no idea who the hell he was. Now let's talk about the next episode, which is episode number 5, And unfortunately, we have Natalie is DQ'd because we later find out after the season that she is pregnant. And unfortunately, she lost the baby, which is sad. And let's talk about Natalie Anderson. I love Natalie. I love her on any show she was on. Amazing Race, Survivor. I really like her. She had some really fun moments on the season. I hope she comes back. Now let's talk about the rest of the episode here, where we have the challenges, which is called Agent Down, and Big T and CT actually win this one, and the house votes in Anissa and Leroy, and Devin, and then the winner is throw in Devin and Tori, and in asset destruction, Anissa and Tori go head to head in elimination, and Tori is taken out here, and I had no idea who Tori was. So I was okay with her going here. Now let's talk about the next episode. The next episode, we see. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. After Natalie's elimination, there was a security breach, and that's when Ashley came back into the game. Which, my God, really? I don't like Ashley. Like, this makes me even dislike her more because she came back into the game. Anyways, let's talk about the next episode, where unfortunately Leo quits the game after mental health issues, having some problems. Let's talk about Leo. I was okay with him. I'm sad that he left because he was a WWE wrestler and he was fine on the season. But now let's talk about the rest of the episode, where we have Smuggle Down, which is a challenge. Jay and Teresa win this one, and Ashley and Corey get voted into the challenge, and Cam and Kyle also get sent down there, and Cam and Ashley go up against each other, and Cam wins. Ashley goes home. Let's talk about Ashley. Ashley, I don't like Ashley. I don't that she came in back into the game. Really, I didn't like that. So, I really I don't know. She was kind of. I know she won twice. It kind of reminded me of Sandra from Survivor. I didn't really care for her. Now let's check out episode number 7. I'm kind of sure that we do not know what else quits here. I mean, we've been seeing tons of people quit. I mean, out of the first I don't know 7 or 6 episodes, we have 4 people quit the game or out or DQ or something. Now let's talk about episode 7, which is we had a mission aerial takedown, and Casey and Leroy win this one, and they send in Jay and Teresa, and Jay loses to Leroy, and I was sad about losing Jay here. I loved him on Survivor. I mean, Millennials versus Gen X, and I hope he does come back to Survivor at some point. And I hope he comes back in the future. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be on season 37. I was excited about him leaving here. Now let's talk about the next episode, which is episode number 8. We have the Mission All Brawl, which we see Cam and Kyle in this one. They vote in Amber and Michi, and Josh and Nani get sent down there, and it's a men's elimination. Josh wins, sending Michi home. And let's talk about Michi. I was okay with Michi going out here. I mean, I kind of liked him. I mean, I was more on the side of the of the rookies on this one. Like, I really like the rookies in the season. Let's talk about the next episode, which was Mission Interrogation. And Amber B and Darrell win this one. Cool. I was okay with that. They send in Corey and Teresa, and Casey and Leroy actually get sent down there. And Casey and Teresa go battle out in the crater. Teresa goes home. Thank God. Thank God Teresa went home here. I mean, I don't really care for her. So I was definitely okay with her going out here and making sure that no one else goes out here. No one else. So, okay, good. We have a couple strings. A little bit of time. Next up, we have the next challenge, which is next episode number 10. We have Black, and we have the mission Black Sad Ops. And Devin and Gabby on this, they send in Amber and Corey get sent in, and they go up against Amber B and Darrell in Hall Brawl. Amber B goes up against Amber M. Amber M loses, and honestly, Amber M had no shot. I mean, she was so small, and I didn't really care for her anyways. And now for episode number 11 in 10-12. Which is a 2-part episode, actually. Wait, no. Kind of. I don't 11. Hold on. Let me see here. That's episodes. That's Michi. That's Teresa. Amber M. Oh yeah, so here we have we see a lot of a big storyline with Lolo and Nam having some arguments, and Lolo quits the game because she's not getting the chance to go into eliminations and get her skull. And there's a lot of rumors that state that she was forced to quit the game. Forced to leave by production. Honestly, I don't think that happened really. So, yeah. Let's talk about Lolo. Coming into the season, I was really excited for her because I remember watching her on Celebrity Big Brother US season 2. Remember watching that, and yeah. But I was okay with her leaving here. But we get the very big surprise in an elimination, or it's a double elimination in the next episode, where we see Devin go up against. Wait, Devin goes up against Darrell. Darrell wins that one. Devin goes home. We'll talk about that in a minute. Then actually, like Big T and CT won the one airlift, and they send in. They send in. It's Devin versus Darrell. Darrell won that one, and then also Josh goes up again, and CT and CT wins against Josh. So let's talk about Devin now. I didn't really care for him. Yeah. I didn't like him at all. Like, Devin was such. Yeah, I didn't like him. Then we have Josh. Also, didn't like Josh on this season. Really didn't care for him. Let's move on. Or we have a 2-part, 12 and 13, where we have hold on. 11 and 12. Oh yeah. I forgot to talk about the unfortunate elimination in this episode, where it was an unfortunate elimination in this episode as well, where we have where Nam hurt his. We see a storyline of Nam with an injured back throughout the couple of, and Nam actually got DQ, which was very, very sad. I love Nam. Nam was one of my favorite characters. I mean, like, he's a very nice character. I want him to return so bad, along with Natalie. Hopefully, he's back in season 37. I want to see him again. But now let's talk about the next step. Let's talk about the Survive the Night episode. But Casey and Leroy won the challenge, and they send in Corey and Gabby. And Gabby I forgot to talk about something that very bad happened to Big T. I really forgot to happen. So after Big CT won the challenge, he dumped Big T. But the way he did it was very controversial. And he tried to make amends, and it didn't really work. A little bit later on, we'll talk about that later. But yeah. Anyways, Gabby and Nani are sent into the crater and Gabby loses the challenge, and I think Nani took Fessy. I honestly have no idea. Yep. Episode 14, we see Anissa and with Kyle. They went unexpectedly, and they sang an Amberby and Darrell against Big T and Corey. And Corey, because actually, like, Big T and Corey really want their skulls up, because at this point they're the only two who have skulls. And Corey wins this challenge, and thank God for Corey. Thank God, Corey. Thank God. You had such a rough time with your partner situation. The partner's curse is a very, very strong. In fact, I might make it. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But that's a very strong curse, my friend. Very strong curse. Anyways, yeah, Corey wins. Darrell goes home. Let's talk about Darrell. I forgot to talk about Gabby, though. Let's talk about Gabby. I didn't really care for her. Let's talk about Darrell now. Darrell, I mean, I was fine with him. I mean, I know he's an OG player. He was fine on the season. Yeah. Move on. Episode 15. Casey and Leroy won the challenge. They send in Big T and CT. Because Big T and CT actually get reunited after Corey won the last challenge, and he picked Cam. So yeah. As Big T and CT are sent in. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Episode 15, Casey and Leroy win this one in Spy Dive. Yeah. Big T and CT voted in. They go up against Anissa and Kyle, and it's Fire Escape. He wins the challenge against Anissa. What? Out of nowhere. That came out of left field. And how was it? I was so happy for Big T. Let's talk about Anissa. I liked Anissa. Anissa was great. Was a great player on the season. So yeah, good job for her. And I'm actually, I don't know if she's gonna win a final at this point, though. So, anyways, let's talk about the next episode, episode 16, Global Nation, and Casey and Leroy win this challenge, and they send in Amberby and Big T and CT as well. Big T is Hall Brawl. Big T and loses challenge against Amber. And yeah, Amber takes Bessie. 17. Wait, let's talk about Big T. I love Big T. Big T is by far one of my favorite players out of the entire season. I think this is the best season she's played so far. I want her to return, and then she does better in those seasons in the future. Yeah. Let's talk about this episode 17, Escape the Volcano, which we finally see Corey and Cam win a challenge. Good job. I mean, things are finally starting to go good for Corey again. So good job. And then we have Amber B and Fessy being voted in, and Nani and Kyle are sent in by Corey and Cam, and it's Hall Brawl, and Fessy demolishes Kyle, and Kyle actually gets DQ'd because he breaks his finger. And let's talk about Kyle. I love Kyle. Kyle is great. I was cheering for him. So I was definitely cheering for him in this season. So good job on Kyle. But I was sad for him going here. But then we get the finale time. And no one goes home in this first episode. But we actually do see the moment where Casey breaks her, or hurts her knee. Is barely able to walk. Let's talk about. We have a very unbelievable challenge where, Fessy wouldn't even eat the meat, even though Casey her, but was wanting to continue, and they really wanted to continue, and they actually get timed out in the next episode. I mean, I don't really like Fessy about this one. I know but I think I really didn't really want them to win this season. I don't think they really needed it, especially because Casey did win Big Brother. But let's first talk about Fessy. I liked Fessy at the beginning of the season, but my thoughts on him just dropped completely. I mean, he really wasn't going. I really didn't really care for him. He came across as a kind of a dick character, and I didn't really care for him. Let's talk about Casey. I was okay. I was kind of happy for Casey. I was cheering for her, actually, because I was kind of cheering her because I knew her from Big Brother. So, well, yeah, good. But I was okay with her going. Let's talk about the next episode where we get the reveal that it is Leroy's last season. And yeah. And we see Amber B and CT actually win the entire season. Corey and Cam come in second. Leroy and Nani come in third. And it was sad because Leroy actually really wanted to win this one. And he didn't. He didn't even get second place and go home with money. But I don't think that's going to be an issue because Cam got some money as well. And they're a couple. So I think they're going to share anyway. So Corey, let's talk about Nani. Nani was I didn't really care for her. She did nothing to appeal me in this entire season. She's probably one of the most likely people to win a final. She's one of the smaller characters in the season. Talk about Leroy now. I was okay with. I kind of found him a little bit boring at some points during the season, but I really enjoyed him at some certain points. But let's talk about the final team, the second team. Let's talk about Cam. I love Cam. Cam was great. I like her. Cam was a great contestant and a great player. I hope she comes back and attempts to win the coming first, because Cam's a great competitor. And now let's talk about Corey. I love Corey. Corey, I was cheering for Corey throughout the season. I was sad that he kept losing his partners. He had that partner curse. I might actually do a video talking about that entire thing. So, yep. Now let's talk about CT. I like CT at some point. After the big T part situation, I was kind of thinking, oh my God, why would you do that? You look, you go. I don't really care for him at that point. So, but I knew he was gonna win. They were so far ahead. They'll talk about Amber B, and I'm actually surprised how a rookie from season 16 of Big Brother, who was a pre-jury book that season, came here for her first season and won. Like, that is impressive. That is unbelievable. Oh, to be honest with you, I was amazed. Let's talk about, and yeah, there we go. That's the season. I know I didn't talk about some like fights moment because I didn't really care about that. Those, I mean, there were some moments I just didn't feel like talking about because I felt like there was a potential that I could get demonetized with that, with some of those things. Yeah. Overall, the season was okay. Unfortunately, I will not be covering the All-Star season because I'm having trouble with Paramount. So I haven't even started watching it. But from what I hear, it's good. So I won't be covering All-Stars, but I will cover season 37. I won't be giving update videos until it's very closer to an air date. So, yeah. Anyways, that is going to be the end of this live stream and video. We're going to do a tough as nails one. It's sometime down the line. Hopefully, that might not even come. Who knows? Hell's Kitchen ended as well. I mean, watch that finale. Hopefully, that will come within the coming weeks as well. Yeah, pretty much it. Thank you for everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.